everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this month's episode of Pegasus. I am Dr. Brittany Moore-Henderson, Director of Admissions and Clinical Instructor here at Mississippi State University's College of Veterinary Medicine. Joining me this month is Terri Snead, Population Medicine Technician, as well as the Homeward Bound Director of Operations, here to discuss more about one of our many programs that we have, Homeward Bound. Thank you for joining me today, Terri.
Thank you, Dr. Henderson.
So, Terri, first of all, starting off, what is Homeward Bound?
The Homeward Bound project is a shelter transport organization, which was started by veterinary students about 10 years ago.
Wow.
And we take adoptable puppies and dogs from local shelters and transport them to our partners in the Northeast, in Connecticut and New York. We also work with cats. The cats we get usually, some of them we pull from local shelters, some of them just come from individuals that find kittens. And after they're fostered and spayed and neutered, they go to one of the local pet stores to be adopted with applications.
Okay, so you said that this program was started by students. So what made the students realize there was a need to have this type of program?
They were from states where the pet population is a little bit more under control than it is down here in the Southeast. One student was from New Hampshire and one was from New York. And when they came down here for veterinary school, they did what a lot of vet students do and just go to the local shelters to check it out. And they were shocked at the number of highly adoptable puppies and dogs that they found. And so their first fall break, they hit the road home with a SUV full of puppies, and that was the first Homeward Bound transport. By the time they got to New York and New Hampshire, they had done some networking and all the puppies were adopted by the time they got them out of the SUV. Yeah.
Wow. So that means that, of course, like you said, they saw the need they needed those animals in the north because they were where, the population wasn't that high there.
Right.
But here, of course, we see strays all the time.
Right.
And the shelters are overloaded. So they saw the reason to get more animals up and they're adopted.
Right.
But the thing is, just hearing you say that they started off with a SUV.
Yeah.
And so knowing that, and I know since I graduated and now being here, we have a different transport. We have kind of grown quite a bit over these last 10 years as far as with this project. So how has it, from the time of inception to now, how has it pretty much changed?
We have a nice vehicle to transport in, for one thing. And the vet school has kind of become our partner in this. The Homeward Bound project was started with help from the Humane Ethics program, and so right now we take donations and do fundraisers and stuff like that. So we're kind of self-sufficient, but we still partner with the vet school, and the animals we take in are able to be spayed and neutered through the shelter medicine program. Yeah.
Wow. So this has pretty much become a big thing, because I know for my class, when my class came through, we were one of the classes that helped with the transportation.
Right, to raise the funds.
Yeah, exactly. And that was just so amazing to me how we were able to raise those funds or help raise those funds, and now we have a vehicle to get them to their location.
Right.
And the thing about this also is that we have different people that pretty much take turns almost transporting these animals.
Right.
So how would you say a typical transport day would look for when we have to transport them up north?
So it starts out about 3 weeks before the transport date, and we start to see what animals we have that might be eligible to go, and then we contact our partner shelters down here, and they send us descriptions and pictures of animals that they have available. And then our adoption coordinator gets that all together, and she contacts the northern shelters and shows them, hey, this is what we have available. they get back to her and say, oh, these are the animals we would like. And so we make sure that all those animals are in foster care for 2 weeks, that they get spayed, neutered, completely vaccinated, and any health issues that they have taken care of. And the other thing is, when they're in foster care for 2 weeks, the foster families can see, make sure that the dog is acting appropriately, and they can get an idea of what to recommend for this puppy. You know, oh, this dog would be great around kids, or he's a little too interested in cats, or, you know, things like that. And set them up for a successful adoption when they get there.
Okay, cool. So thank you, Terri, for joining us. We're going to pretty much go to commercial right quick, and we'll have another person joining us right after this. But thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back in just a sec.
In today's information age, speed and technology drive innovation and economic advantage. At Mississippi State University, our Cray supercomputer is among the fastest academic systems in the world. How fast? Wrap your mind around 593 trillion calculations per second. What can we do with a system like this? What can't we do? When NASA had safety concerns with John Glenn's shuttle mission, they turned to us. When the Navy needed a better submarine, we helped design it. We built a better, safer engine cradle for the Corvette, assisted Homeland Security with cyber strategies, and predicted severe weather patterns for NOAA. We're changing the game for supercomputing while helping protect and shape tomorrow, opening up a whole new world of possibilities. Everyone remembers their favorite teddy bear, the reassuring love of their first puppy. They comforted us and made us laugh. For children battling abusive situations or post-traumatic stress disorder, the memories aren't as pleasant. That's why at Mississippi State University, we're pioneering a robotic technology that brings healing to those exposed to traumatic situations. Known as Therabot, MSU's robotic beagle includes lifelike features that allow it to move in ways that are both natural and nurturing. Its ultimate goal? To bridge the gap between two types of effective therapy, using real animals and their plush counterparts for emotional assistance. At MSU, we're proud to be changing the game in therapeutic recovery, even prouder to be putting lives back together again. Imagine the flu as something children read about in history books. We are at Mississippi State University, where we ring true.
Welcome back, everyone. Now joining me is Teresa Chapman, DVM, pretty much class of 2021, third-year student here at Mississippi State. She is also the Homeward Bound treasurer, but served in a different capacity over the, I guess, last 2 years before, you know, becoming a third year. Thank you for joining me, Teresa.
Oh, yeah.
So, Teresa, so you have been a part of Homeward Bound at least pretty much since at least your second year, correct, but possibly some of your first year, maybe.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Exactly. So we get an opportunity to see from the student perspective what, you know, the students are involved with, what all do they do. So from the time when you first started off with Homeward Bound, what did your position consist of, and what was your part in it?
Okay. When I first started, I was just a foster. So my first two fosters were two little puppies. They were brown and tan, and I know a lot of people had said that like it's gonna be really hard to, you know, give them up or let's see them go kind of thing. But for me, it was more rewarding to like know that like I had a part in their lives and that they were like going to go on and live like happy lives, that kind of thing. So that's when I first started, and then I ended up fostering another dog who I actually ended up adopting. And then after that, I was pretty much sold on like what Homeward Bound stood for, like the foster situation and transporting the animals. So then after that, I got involved as foster coordinator, which is basically when we had animals who needed to be fostered and transported, I would facilitate finding a foster for them, and getting them to that foster and making sure the foster had everything that they needed. So we always provide everything for our fosters, food, bowls, toys, potty pads, anything they need, we make sure that they have it. So that was that was what I did my second year of vet school. And now I'm the treasurer, and so basically I just we deal with the money.
And make sure we have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure we have money. So that's pretty much what I do now.
Okay. So seeing that, of course, like you said, you have been able to see from the standpoint of actually being a foster, seeing like the need of why this program is needed so much, then going on to take a role in this and still being actually in it as well, because you're a third-year student. So things change from the first phase of our curriculum to the second phase of being now on clinics. So it's amazing that you still have the opportunity to still play a part in Homeward Bound, even though it's not probably to the extent. You still have an important role because you're dealing with money, but it's an awesome way to see how you can still play a role because you see the importance of it. So from your point of view, looking at all and the reasons that you have done all these things with Homeward Bound, if, say for instance, if you had a person in which just really want to see, like, understand what you really, why you are taking part in this, what would you tell them the importance of it? Any, like, even if it was a student or even if it was just like someone that, you know, has no clue about like shelters or anything like that, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, first and foremost, we have an overpopulation problem across the U.S., but more specifically in the Southeast. We have lots of stray dogs who don't have homes, and so there's an importance of that those dogs need shelter and safety and love, and so we try to facilitate that with this program. But also there's kind of an aspect of population safety. So these animals on the street, they can carry certain diseases and things like that. So it's really important to bring them into a home or an environment where they can get like proper medical care and vaccinations and things like that, so that we can stop the spread of disease to humans and other, even people who have their own pets. They can transfer disease to those too.
Awesome. And I guess last question. For you, how do you think this will affect you as far as being a part of this particular program and then going out into your particular practice? How you think this will play a part? I really hope that I'll have the opportunity to, even if I do go into like just general practice, I hope that I'll have an opportunity to deal with a shelter or an organization like this that helps the community and gives back to the community and just continues to help to decrease the population problem. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, Teresa.
Yeah, no problem.
So this concludes our show. If you have any questions or suggestions about today's particular episode, please do not hesitate to contact me at brittany.henderson@msstate.edu. You can also find more information about our Homeward Bound project on our website at www.cbm.msstate.edu. I thank you for joining us today and look forward to seeing you next time here on Pegasus.